Are you a fan of the No Dishes podcast? Be sure to check out our Patreon, where you can find exclusive merch and perks, and join the Clean Plate Club, our Facebook group where you can connect with other fans of the No Dishes podcast, share your favorite moments from the most recent episodes, and submit questions for upcoming guests. Season 4 of the No Dishes podcast is brought to you by VisitBloomington.com. VisitBloomington.com is the best resource for restaurants and culinary information, special events, fun activities, places to stay, and more in our area. We share a similar mission here on the No Dishes podcast of highlighting local businesses and the people who make our community unique. We can't thank them enough for hopping on board. Check them out at VisitBloomington.com to easily plan your next meal, visit, or night out on the town. Hey guys, thanks for checking out the newest episode of the No Dishes podcast. I'm really excited. This episode we have Aaron Biggs, my coworker and good friend from the Chocolate Moose. He's our regional manager, been there for a couple years. He's also involved with Hoosiers Outrun Cancer, as well as the Fairview Elementary PTO. We just kind of talk shop, have a good time, hang out, and we finally get to the bottom of what the heck a butter noodle is. Check it out. Enjoy.
Hey, say, honey, let's go out to eat. Relieve our culinary duties. With all these restaurants to sweep us off our feet, they're bound to turn us into foodies. No dishes, no dishes, no dishes. We'll have a bottle of wine for lights and have a good time. No dishes, no dishes.
How we doing?
Good. How are we doing?
Doing great. Thanks for hopping on here, coming talking shop here on the No Dishes podcast.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, absolutely. It was when I was thinking about who all to have on. I know we've talked about it for, a few seasons. And so it was nice. I mean, you're too pretty to waste on audio only.
Obviously. I was waiting for that part.
You just knew your time was coming. It's like, all right, they're on video. I'm an old school Under Armour model.
Obviously.
I had to lead in with that.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. What you want to, so just kind of tell people who you are, what you do right now.
I'm Aaron, Aaron Biggs. I'm a resident of here, here in Bloomington. I've been here since 2007. Came here for school and, just never left. Bloomington kind of grew on me, and I met my wife here, and now I have a beautiful family, 2 kids, and with one on the way, by the way.
Ooh.
Yeah, due in July. We're excited about that. But other than that, I consider myself a Bloomington native now, even though it's been, a little over about 15 years now. So, but other than that, it's just living here.
There you go. I was having a conversation the other day with the folks at Visit Bloomington, who's conveniently, they're sponsoring season 4.
Nice. Thank
shout
you.
out to them. Thanks for doing that. Yeah. And we were talking about like what makes you a townie. So Mike, the director there, he's been here 15 years. I've been here 12. And I was always told like 10 years means like, okay, you hit townie status. But then some people were like, no, you had to go to high school here. But they were saying 15 years was the mark. So
so I'm considered more of a townie than you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. I just wanted to clarify
that's
that.
Fine. Who do you ask if you need to know where to go out to eat?
Hey, I asked the guy that eats more than me. I eat at home now with the kids, family and kids.
I'm trying to flaunt how irresponsible I am.
Like
that's
it's a good thing. That's fine. Tonight, I think it was roast beef sandwiches and cheese.
Did you do like a horseradish sauce on it?
No, it was.
What about a jus?
A grab and run. Nope, just a grab and run.
Like, did you like Arby's?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we did it at home. It was just a quick, here and there. And the kids, they don't usually sit down for very long to eat. So whenever we have an opportunity to sit at home and eat dinner, we'll just do that, and it's pretty quick.
You do have the most adorable children I've ever seen.
Oh, I know.
I mean, I know it's obviously, I see you every day, so I know it's from your wife. But
oh, yes. I do have a beautiful wife. So, yeah, she does a great job with the kids whenever I'm not at home. And, I got a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old. And like I said, one on the way due in July. And they're my everything.
I love it. They're definitely like, it's the best day at work when, not to compare your kids to Lovey's dog,
Oh,
but
okay.
like, but they're like just fun and cute and adorable.
Oh.
So like when you bring your kids by, like, it's going to be a good day. Like you get to talk like, oh, you guys want some ice cream? Put the little eyeballs on there, let them do it.
Absolutely.
Or
They do love the
comes
chocolate
running
mousse.
in with Ruby and it's just like, like give me all the cuddles.
Yes. Same way I feel when I get home and my kids are running up to me and giving me all the cuddles. So that's what makes it all worth it.
Makes it all.
I love it.
Yeah. One day I'll experience that.
One day.
That's what
Someday.
I come home and I hug my pillow and it
Oh.
whispers how it gives me positive affirmations.
There you go.
I can hear them.
Start small.
Baby steps.
Baby steps.
We'll get
literally.
there. We'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
So you're up from the region.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I'm a region rat.
Yeah. So Valpo, what made you even come down to Bloomington in the first place?
Well, originally, after high school, I went to Indiana State. I was there on a football scholarship.
What up, Sycamores?
Yes.
Do you guys have like a cool thing for the Sycamores?
No, we're just the Sycamores. Yes,
know,
we
it's
had Larry
terrible.
Bird. We had Larry Bird. When everyone thinks about the Sycamores, they immediately think of him. But
Hick from French Lick.
yeah,
buddy.
yeah. And then after him, they think of me, of course.
Oh yeah, you're number 2.
Yes, number 2.
Our maintenance guy at my high school in Indy, he was like the second leading scorer in ISU history behind Larry Bird. Sherm Williams, you ever heard of him?
I gotcha. Yeah, I missed a shot, so maybe he got that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool story, Jordan.
Yeah. But no, I went there for a year, decided I wanted to change my major, go into something else, and where I got into recreation sport management, wanted to study some business, and that's how I ended up at Indiana University. Stayed here, loved it, grew on me, and that's just how Bloomington is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll grow on you and it'll
sucks you in.
Yes.
Yeah. What was your first? Because I know, obviously we've worked together for 2 years now, so I have a pretty good feel of or just knowledge of your background and where all you've been. I know you've been at Twin Lakes. You had your own fitness stuff. Like, what was your first job in Bloomington?
My first job in Bloomington. Oh man. Outside of the university, that was actually full circle, right? Here in Bloomington, it was a gym here, Next Generation Personal Training, where I worked as a personal trainer and fitness instructor. Was there for a few years. It was on the south side where the old Smith Shoe Center was.
Okay.
And
what made it Next Gen? Was it did you have high-tech equipment or was it just a name?
No, it was just a name, but it was, I want to say it's just a name, but people really bought into it.
That's good.
They really felt like it was the next thing. It was around the time where The Biggest Loser was very popular.
Yeah.
So we had an opportunity to really kind of capitalize on that by allowing people to lose weight and really get into fitness and know that it was more than just
a number.
Number
on a scale.
On a scale, and busting their balls, sweating. It was more than that. It was a community.
Yeah.
It's a community.
So
that
once
kinda
you
sucked me
left,
in.
did they have to call it Current Gen?
No.
You were the part that made it next level.
Yes, next level. I'd like to think so, for sure, for sure. But no, a few trainers went their separate ways, and the gym was still successful after we went. We all had a great community there. We all broke off and did our own thing, and that's how I went off and got my own thing, personal training. And that's where Big Time Fitness came about.
With two G's.
Yes, with 2 G's. Yes. And I did that for a few years. And actually, I opened that up. And then a month later, I also got an opportunity to work at the Indiana University Auditorium as the guest services manager. So I was doing both of those for a few years. And that was pretty intense.
When did Twin Lakes fall into that? Because I know you were at Twin Lakes Rec doing private training, whatever.
Yes, that's actually when I was still in school.
Oh, so that was so before Next Gen.
Absolutely.
Because I think I remember, and maybe I don't think I'm fabricating this, but I swear, the first time we had met or came in, talk about maybe working the Moose, whatever, or well, you were at Wagon Wheel.
Yes.
And we had talked about getting ice cream there. And I remember being like, dude, I would always see your picture on the wall at Twin Lakes when I went there.
Yeah, there was some overlap there. I was doing personal training at Twin Lakes, and then I was doing the teaching classes and kickboxing at Next Gen. There was some overlap, but then when I started to break out on my own thing, that's when I put Twin Lakes by the wayside and did my own thing and was still teaching some classes at Next Generation and just kind of grew from there.
Oh yeah. So you left Next Gen. You start Big Time Fitness with 2Gs.
With 2Gs.
With 2Gs. And it's so funny, right? Where you had that is where we just had our New Year's shindig.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, because I remember going before, again, we had like officially met, going to Tempo Properties because they were my landlord for a couple of years to like drop off checks. And I'd go buy your little fitness, and I didn't mean that like your little.
Yes, it wasn't little. It was big time.
Yeah,
it was big time.
Like, actually, Jordan, it was quite the opposite. Yeah. I don't know why it is. Every time I like will say your name, I like want to start singing the like Mr. Big Stuff. But like I'll always go like whoa 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 at the car wash, yeah. Like every time those two songs,
two different songs, man.
I know, but like they always are like a mashup in my head unintentionally.
Nice.
So I don't know. I thought you'd appreciate that.
I do.
So if for some reason I'm always talking about car washes with you, I think subliminally. How do you say that? Subliminally.
Yeah, there you go. Baby steps. Right? There you go. Nice.
That's why it's on my mind. All right. So when I met you at Wagon Wheel, how do you get into the restaurant industry? So obviously we're covering restaurants, bars. So far we've got fitness and the IU Auditorium guest experience, which you did that for a minute.
Yeah.
Take us on kind of your career path from there.
Absolutely. So once I realized, man, this doing the gym thing and working at the auditorium at the same time, did that for about a year and a half, doing both of them, and realized, man, if I ever want to sleep, I got to do one or the other. Pick one, because people work out before.
Sleep's overrated, dude. You don't need that shit.
Depends who you're talking to. So I ended up closing down the gym, sold a lot of my equipment, and just focused on the IU Auditorium. I was there for a few years, met a lot of people, did a lot of great things. It was a great opportunity for me to grow in my professional career. Had a great staff there, was able to do a lot of what I wanted to. And then after being there for about almost 4 years, I had an opportunity that popped up at the Indiana State Fairgrounds as the director of guest experience there. And it was going to be a commute. And at the time I wasn't married, no kids, anything like that. And I was like, you know what, let's try to take that next leap of faith, in the career path, and ended up interviewing for that opportunity as the director of guest experience, got the job in 2017 and was there for about 3 or 4 years.
Man, I never realized it was that long. For some reason, I was always thinking that was like a 1 year thing you did. That was just like quick. You got over the commute, you're getting married, kids, whatever.
Yeah.
3 or 4 years.
Funny you say that, because I was actually thinking about our interview today or our talk today. And I was thinking, man, being at the Indiana State Fairgrounds, it was like a blink of an eye. Even though it was almost 4 years, it was like a blink of an eye. It was, again, everything I wanted to do on an even larger scale than what I was doing at the auditorium. And once I realized that commute from Bloomington to Indianapolis,
it's a little better now.
Oh, it's a lot better. Yeah. However, I also
don't be getting any ideas. But like
oh, I'm not. But the biggest change right now and why I'm no longer there, I stepped down and wanted to kind of get more grounded here in Bloomington. I wanted to get married, start a family. And that was around November of 2019-ish. Yeah. And everyone knows what happened a couple months after that. I was like, oh.
Well, so you stepped down and then that's when you took the job at Wagon Wheel?
Yes. Well, the Wagon Wheel kind of came out of nowhere. When I decided to step away from the state fairgrounds, I said, I'll just find a job back in Bloomington right after the holidays. Well, right after holidays, the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
And I was like, there is absolutely nobody hiring. I have a less than a year-old baby. I need to find a job. And I had a buddy that worked in the food industry. And he said, well, there's this job opening at the Wagon Wheel as the general manager and potentially part owner. And I looked it up, applied for the job, went in for an interview the next day and was hired on the spot.
Nice.
Yeah. I was hired on the spot. And that's kind of where I would say I officially started in the food industry with an official title. Had some other small jobs here and there.
Well, yeah. When did Honey Baked Ham come in the mix? Because wasn't that before Wagon Wheel?
That was also mostly in college. That was mostly in college, and then
dude's just glossing over food experience.
Yeah, I look at it as Wagon Wheel was my first official job with the official title at Honey Baked while I was in college and just kind of making some extra money. It was more to help out one of my clients.
Yeah.
They owned Honey Baked Ham. I would step in for the holiday time, their busiest time, as what you would call the GM or interim GM. And I guess that's, like you said, some food experience, and it was fun. It was just a short period of time throughout the year. Was there a few months, few weeks at a time. And like I said, the official job in the industry came at Wagon Wheel.
Yeah.
And
well, I mean, you've still gone back and helped Honey Baked since you worked for us.
Still today.
Yeah. Like
still
you'll
today.
still,
absolutely.
I mean, that's pretty cool that like you have that ability, that they still need it, and that it's like that seamless, that you can just kind of go in, help out whatever they need, wham bam onto, and then go back to, they don't need you and you've got things that you can do.
Right. Yeah. Their peak periods are kind of like us at the Chocolate Mousse, mostly in the summer at the Chocolate Mousse, but their peak periods are around the major holidays. And that's, your end of the year holidays. And then, there are new owners there, and I was able to meet them during the transition of the sale of the place. And
how long ago was that?
That was now 2 years ago.
Okay. Yeah. See, I didn't realize they switched over. I thought it was still like the original guy that you had been the client.
Yeah. Yeah. Lots. So I guess when look back at my food experience, it happened pretty quick, and, with a variety of different places, but overall, I feel like it was all a good experience and similar things in many places, but it was all the same thing. Cause with the roles I've had at the auditorium and the state fairgrounds, just meeting with people, talking with people, it all came down the same.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same at the end of the day. You're trying, it's, like it was guest experience.
Yes.
So it's the same thing. It's just, what is that experience consist of?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So we'll dive into the food stuff, but one of the things I think that's really cool that I know of from your time at the state fair was, how many people did you have to train at once?
Oh man.
You told me before, and I was just like, wait, what?
Yes. Leading up to our big Great Indiana State Fair, it was towards the end of the July was when all of our training was happening, but we had a 3-day training, and each day consisted of around 400 to 600 part-time staff people that would work for us for about 3 weeks for the state fair, and then we wouldn't see them for an entire year. So my job was to train them as best I could in that 2 or 3 hour training on guest experience, and knowing like, hey, we're just wanting people to have a good time.
Yeah.
This is not rocket science.
It's the fair, dude.
It's the fair. And there's lots of food.
Kick some dust up.
Exactly.
Stuff your face.
Yeah, sweat a little bit.
Yeah.
Ride a little questionable ride here and
there.
Get a
disease from an animal.
You name it. All of the above. But yeah, it was quite the experience for myself. It was the largest crowd I had to train outside of the auditorium, but yeah, it was quite the experience.
How many did you have to train at the auditorium?
That was my largest crowd. There was probably around 250.
But isn't that more staggered, or is that 250 at once?
250 at once when we had our student volunteer call outs, but my part-time staff would be around 75.
Man,
yeah,
that's nuts.
It is. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so for the state fair, how does that, like, when you have a position like that, what are you doing the rest of the year? You know what I mean? Like, I understand you could prep and get ready, but like, you got to run out of shit, right?
Sort of. I wasn't the director of guest experience for the Indiana State Fair. I was the fairgrounds and events center. So we had other events throughout the year.
I'm an idiot. That makes sense.
No, it was not only training our part-time 3-week long staff, it was also our full-time staff, from our CEO down to, our gatekeeper, one of our, folks at the gate collecting money for parking. So it was a year-round thing.
Did you guys have stuff to do with like the Indy Fuel games? Because those are at the Coliseum.
Correct. Yes, those weren't those. Like, I didn't have a staff at the state fairgrounds, but I was the guy that everybody across the board who worked at the on the grounds that would go to for guest experience. I would train the ushers. I would train the full-time staff. I would train the fuel staff. I would train, just all the back of house folks when it comes to what makes the guest experience that much better.
Are you training the ushers on how to do the U-turn? The put your hands up and bend your knees. Around in a circle.
I had to teach them how to do the worm a couple times.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I mean, I feel like that could be used to diffuse situations.
Absolutely.
If somebody's really upset, you just bust out the worm. They're gonna be like, "What was I even mad about?"
Many dance battles before we officially opened the doors. It was kind of my thing to help boost the morale. So yeah,
wait,
there's some
are you
legitimacy
joking? Are
there.
you serious?
Yes,
really?
absolutely.
Oh, I love that. Dude, the
yeah.
amount of times that we've randomly busted out into dance at the Moose, and then like you go back and look at he won't know that I go back and look at the cameras and like film it, and then I'll send it to him like a week later. He's like, "You mother." Yeah, he's got like Aaron's got the best like their dad moves. They're very
yes.
We'll maybe we'll at some point we'll have you stand up and bust some out.
Hey, I'm okay with that.
Ooh, oh, yeah. He's ready.
Yeah, I might have to stretch a little bit nowadays, but but I still got it. I still got it.
So far, you're like, yeah, dude, that's a great idea. Let's do some dance and just right away. Garrett, cut.
oh, it's all right.
Well,
my kids keep me moving.
Yeah, I don't know how you keep up, man. They're constantly running. Just going and go, and that's in just a little bit. I see them. That's why I love being the uncle. Just like with my niece and nephews, you get them all wound up, and you're fun getting some ice cream. Then they start to turn, and you're like, "Pooh, not my problem."
Yep.
See ya.
Yep. That's when we have to step in and diffuse the situation or figure out what they're trying to say when we can't really understand. It's a lot of guessing.
Yeah.
Parenting is a lot of guessing.
I feel like that's how adulting is too, man. I'm dead serious. Like nobody prepares you for just like how hard it is. Like it's not, I don't know. It's like, oh, it'd be easy. I'll work and I'll just play video games all the time or whatever it is that you think when you're younger.
Oh,
I know.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I'm calling out my parents right now. That's not the case. They did a great job at least. Yeah, at least with the oldest three. But
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's same with parenting. I mean, there's no manual. People say it all the time, and you're gonna make mistakes, and you just kind of see what mistake you made and make it a teachable moment, not only for the kids but yourself.
Right. Well, I know. I mean, I've seen it firsthand. You're great with the kids and. I'm sure that carries over to home too.
Absolutely.
So big old teddy bear for a dad.
Yes. Yes.
Well, we're glad we got you at the Moose eventually through all these things because I know we had talked when you were at Wagon Wheel about like, yo, dude, we want to get some ice cream in here, and then they had some restructuring or whatnot.
Yeah, it was. I walked into. I didn't walk in. To a great situation, and part of the reason why they're no longer Wagon Wheel, but it was a great opportunity for the time it did last, and then the opportunity that opened up, of course, at the Chocolate Mousse has been a great one, the last couple of years. So
it's I'm not shocked they hired you on the spot because I mean we pretty much did the same thing.
Yeah.
I was we had a good lengthy. It was pretty long between me, you, and Lovey. Well, I'm trying to remember, did you and I interview before we sat down with Lovey too? Didn't you and I do a one-on-one first?
No, we talked over the phone. I had actually never met you face to face.
Oh, really?
But we talked on the phone a couple times. At least I don't remember.
I don't think we did actually. Yeah. Now that I think about it, I think, that's interesting. I never thought about it, but you're right. We didn't.
I also will say, I do remember the looks I got when I showed up to the interview in a tie.
It's like, dude, you need to throw some hot fudge, some hot caramel. You need to dress for the job you want, dude.
Yeah. Well, it was, I knew it was an opportunity, and I was given one, and I was going to make the best of it, regardless of what I was walking into. So it was great, and it's turned out to be really great.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, it's been such a good fit, and it makes my life a million times easier, Lovey's life a million times easier, and it's like. Yeah, I mean, we don't always agree on everything.
No, we don't.
But like, nope, sure don't. You don't have to be that enthusiastic about it.
All right, I won't show it so much.
Oh yeah, you're doing great. No, it's but yeah, at the end of the day, our philosophies are pretty similar in terms of not micromanaging, having a fun place to work. We're an ice cream shop. We're never going to be able to. You're not going to be able to make better money than maybe bartending somewhere really good or something like that. But like, you're going to do okay, and you're going to have a fun time. And it's, I don't know, dude, ice cream's just so nice. You're always catching people at the best part of their day. We're getting them right when they're getting their ice cream. It's their treat.
And you make it that much better.
No, exactly. Yeah. You're just like, well, when I started working for the Moose, it's like, how quickly you realize how much it means to people. And you're just like, oh God, just don't screw this up.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk about that. And, and I was trying to figure out, after the interview, I was wondering like, can I really transfer all the skills I've had, into this one? Am I going to be too, much of a, a guy wearing the tie?
Yeah.
And, it's been something that has really grown on me, just with this whole experience at the Chocolate Mousse. It's been a great one. Certainly, the ups and downs like any role, but, it's taught me a lot, to, live in the moment. It's fun. You're there to have fun.
Yeah.
And it's been one of the most fun jobs I've ever had.
Hell yeah, man.
So.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's there's something just so satisfying with any job, but specifically with the Moose when you get through like that big rush when you're up there and like it's always your forearms that are just covered in stuff.
Yes.
And you're getting a little green from the grasshopper, you're getting a little yellow from the lemon custard.
Yes.
I still to this day I want to save like the shirts because we'll have gray shirts, brown shirts, pink shirts, and you'll get done and from the blender. I know I'm preaching the choir here, but like it always looks like a different like abstract art piece.
Absolutely.
And I feel like that'd be such a cool thing to have like 4 different colored shirts from 4 different like busy ass shifts, and then like that's the art installation.
Maybe we could take a picture of it because I don't think that's very sanitary.
That's fine. We'll you throw some spray with some epoxy or something.
Oh,
I don't
sure.
know. I'm not a art scientist. It's a thing, right?
You're ice cream artist.
Huh?
Some shellac on it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. It's like I'll just stain it like we did this wood. Yeah.
Oh, looks good in here, man.
Yeah, thanks, dude. It's Garrett's a visionary. We just it felt, dude, I never get to be handy.
Right.
Because
right.
like you got tools, Lovey got tools. I always just use those. And then like I don't have a house or a workshop.
Hey,
so
that's
like
all right. You can still be handy without those.
no, I know. Well, that's like it was so like satisfying to like be like doing the framing, like putting the shiplap up, staining it. And
that's
then,
awesome.
When Garrett first told me his kind of vision, I was like, that sounds, I don't know, like it didn't sound right to me. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, why are we doing half walls? Like what? You know what I mean? But then
I'm glad you trusted the process.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things, as you know, I've been working on over the years.
Yeah.
Is like, I'm not always right. I know that may be a shock to some, but I'm trying to remind myself.
We all learn. We all learn. Yeah, it's an opportunity.
Look into the camera for that.
Yes.
Too many people. I'm not always right.
Believe it or not.
Some people are gonna clip that, play it on loop, and be like, "That's so satisfying."
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. So what do you see? What do you see in the future for you? What do you see going? I mean, other than just dying at the Chocolate Mousse, but
yeah, well,
that's a good way to phrase it. Right? Dying at the Chocolate Mousse.
Yeah, let's not. Hopefully, that's not in the plans. But no, I got to be honest. I with my past and where I was going, I wasn't. I got to be honest. I wasn't sure. I didn't even think I'd be at the Chocolate Mousse this long.
Yeah.
But it's grown on me. It's taught me a lot. It's been great for my family, the flexibility, the atmosphere, the opportunities of growth, the variety. We had the opportunity to open up a brand new store.
Yeah.
Over in the last couple of years.
For the record, this is not supposed to be a Chocolate Mousse hiring ad because it's
right.
You're being so glowing about it. It's just a little paid product placement.
Yeah. Well,
speaking of, we're hiring in March.
Yes, we are. Yes. But I do want to highlight those things that are gone great for me, and it's part of the future that I never thought was there.
Yeah.
And now that we have a third son or a third kid on the way, we don't know what it is yet. I will say we really don't know what it is.
I think you just slipped. This is going to be a gender reveal episode.
I wish. I know my wife's wanting a girl. I'm all for another
sons. Of course, she wants one.
Yeah. And again, I'm gonna go with the safe answer. I just want the healthy baby, of course.
Oh,
yeah,
look at you.
Yeah.
I know. That's good. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, but right now, just really spending the time with the family. I know in previous roles, I haven't had the opportunity to be home as much as I have been the last few years, and that's really helped not only my immediate family, but also my external family, my siblings, my mom, my dad, who's out in Vegas, and just having that opportunity to, rebuild and strengthen that relationship.
Yeah. Be there for them whenever they need it. And and you've done that. You're, not only as a father, but just like from the couple years you worked for us, like the amount of times where, I'm like, just, I'll be gone, these days going to help my sister or my mom, like, Big, pun intended, big family man.
Yes.
Yeah, for
yes.
the big family.
With 2 G's.
Yes. Never gets old.
Yes. Right.
What would you say of your time at Honey Baked Ham,
Mm-hmm.
Wagon Wheel, Chocolate Mousse? Am I missing any other food industry? That's it, right?
My own kitchen, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go. What's the most challenging thing about managing in the food service industry?
Ooh, consistency.
Other than working alongside with me.
Yeah, well, yeah. That but I would say consistency. You know, not everybody's a food person. You know, not everybody is into you know, the food, like those managers that we've hired.
Like putting out a consistent product, or consistency in what way?
Putting out a consistent product, or just having that same level of care. You know, it's something that
consistency and guest experience.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Gotcha. Yeah, just be able to keep that going across the board with the variety of stores we have, and knowing that we have a different type of crowd at the different stores, but to ensure that that's consistent all the way around. It's a challenge, not impossible, but it's been a challenge. And then the ever-changing environment, of things. And, some days you'd expect it to be, very, very slow.
Yeah.
Like,
maybe got an easy day today.
Yeah.
It's always the day when you have nothing on your calendar.
Right.
Like, coasting today. I got a few things I've been really wanting to get done. Really going to finally be able to bang those out today. And then it's just call.
Yes. My first one was at like 7:15 yesterday morning. We had an employee set the alarm off. So I was just getting a phone call. What's going on? And yep.
See, Aaron takes care of everything up until 10 a.m. and then I can step in, and then Aaron shuts down at 8 p.m. and I'll take anything after 8 p.m.
Yes.
So that's good.
Yes, that's a great way to put it. But that, and challenges,
staffing.
Well, oh gosh. That one should go without saying.
I was like, I'll just say it for you, dude. It's tough.
Yeah, and that's it goes hand in hand with the consistency.
Oh, absolutely.
That always having the ever changing revolving door of staffing means that, are we continuously giving that experience that we strive to have at the Chocolate Mousse or in the food industry in general,
right?
Or are we consistently giving out that same product? So those kind of go hand in hand, and maybe it all boils down to just staffing.
Yeah.
I was trying to avoid that particular answer because I feel like everybody's got that issue. But
no, I mean, it's constant. I mean, I will say, we're very fortunate with, I feel like the staff that we have at all 3 locations, where, I feel like I constantly will say it, but like there's ebbs and flows. There's
Absolutely.
Ups and downs. There's times where you have really good staff. Other times where you're like, the staff's not as good as we've had as some of the ones in the past. But right now we've got rock stars at all 3 locations, and it's like, it's so nice.
Yes.
And it's like, but then part of that is, we have students, we have people that are technically almost kind of overqualified to be scooping ice cream.
Right.
Not going to be, and it's a lot more than scooping ice cream. I say that like tongue in cheek, but it's like, but we're insanely flexible with scheduling and stuff like that. And, again, I feel like people appreciate the environment, but it's tough because the students aren't going to be in Bloomington for a long time.
No.
So you have a really good person for maybe 2 years. And then a big part of what we do is wish people well.
Yeah.
And like, be like, hey, we got positive references for you. But like, dude, we've had the alumni from the Moose have gone on to do awesome, cool things.
Absolutely.
It is nuts. But it's because we have this talent, resource of IU. And it's anyway, it's not, I love that we have the staff that we have now.
Absolutely.
And it's just like, I'm petrified about how in the future trying to maintain and keep that, because there's got to be a drop off at some point,
right?
You know what I mean? It's kind of inevitable. So it's just like, when everything's going well in life, you're just like, okay, flat tires coming any minute, like it's just a matter of time.
Right. Well, and I think that's just with the community we live in here in Bloomington, it's just an issue. We're gonna, well, I wouldn't say an issue, but a roadblock that we're going to just
a speed bump
that's going to constantly be there. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Throughout, because being at, when I was working for the university, some of my best staff were those juniors and seniors, and you want them to go on and do bigger and better things. And when they do that, you're like, but I really need you to stay.
Yeah, like,
but
hey.
I know you really need to go.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, we've got a guy right now who graduated and like try to find good gigs for him, but it's like, I don't want him to leave, but you also want to help him go and succeed.
Yeah.
And anytime I've had someone like put in a 2 weeks for just a great opportunity, you can't be mad at them.
No,
you know, you're
no.
just like, great. Like, you know, with the exception of you, myself, and a couple of our other like upper management, like we're a stepping stone.
Absolutely.
We're not going to be a career. You know, we're there to hopefully just kind of help pay bills for whatever they need for the time being.
Yeah.
Hopefully learn and kind of grow, and then spread their
wings.
and fly. Right.
Yes, fly away,
The little Napoleon Dynamite shout out.
Yeah,
I was waiting for you to be like, I know that whole dance. I could 100% see you be like, dude, I know that dance.
No, I've seen it. I don't know it yet, but I'll learn it.
I'll do it.
Yes,
like,
I'll do it.
Like, you challenge me? Well, bro.
Yes. But yeah, just learning, the staff and the day to day, and seeing them go on to bigger and better things. That's what really brings this whole experience at the Chocolate Mousse full circle. Knowing, you're letting those little birds fly away, leaving the nest.
That's so funny. What's somebody comes in, you're on register, and they're like, I want something that's gonna blow my mind. What are you telling them to get? What are you ordering?
Ooh, well, we've got a lot of great products, but I would go with
save me the canned answer.
Yes. Yeah. I hands down one of our classic sundaes, either the chocolate explosion or the Cookie Monster.
Sounds like somebody that really knows food.
I was waiting on that part. I was waiting on that.
I thought you were going to give me like all right, I'm doing a blizz with marshmallow and this and like real customized.
Well, although I would consider myself a food guy, but I like pictures. So I like pictures. So I don't like words. I'm right.
more.
I like a picture. So with
don't
those,
be showing me no list of candies.
Yes, we know what you've got. You've got strawberry, vanilla, chocolate. We know what ice cream. But I want something done. I don't want to do the thinking. It's a place where I come here and like
you're trying to flip that switch off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You think at your day job. Coming to the Chocolate Mousse is your free flow. Just help me. You could, if you want to add gummy bears to a chocolate explosion, why not?
Yeah, I mean that is the thing I would say that like really separates us from most things you could find is like Burger King says have it your way. Like you can have it your way. We put bacon in milkshakes. We'll put you know what I mean? Like literally. Absolutely. People are like, can I do this with this? It's like, absolutely. Because some places you go like, oh, they've got this great homemade ice cream, but you can't make it into a milkshake.
Right.
Like,
right.
We'll turn a Spanish burger into a blizz.
Right.
You know
we would.
saying? Like,
we would.
Dude, we should do a coney sauce.
Easy now. No, we could.
Like, what about you can see the wheels turning?
Yeah. Excited. The creative genius over here.
Oh, no, just when it comes to putting stuff in my mouth.
I
it's
hear
just
you.
like, ooh, flavor combos.
Yes. Nice.
Yeah, how else do you put 80 pounds on in your first 2 years with chocolate mousse? Yeah, you somehow dodged that bullet.
Yeah.
Thanks for making me look bad. I was always saying that nobody could do it. Then you come in and you're like, oh, yeah.
When I came on, I had I had a baby on the way. I had one. And I had a baby on the way, and they, like I said, they keep me active.
Yeah, keep you running around.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't have a choice to be a lazy slob like me, so that's good.
Right.
That's where you go, no, Jordan, you're not a lazy slob. You're just like, yep, exactly.
Yeah, that is the part. Okay.
Oh, also, on that note, you conveniently skipped over the Under Armour modeling.
Oh, man.
So we are graced to be in the presence of a supermodel.
Yes.
Yeah, so you did some Under Armour modeling.
I did.
How did that come about?
All right. The story of this.
Did you go to like one of those like talent scout things like at a hotel conference room?
No, it was at a convention center.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They were looking for, Under Armour sent out a call out. They were looking for, just athletes. They just put it, we need athletes. And we had to send in a couple pictures, different shots, a couple pictures, and you can get a call back or you can get an email. If you get a call back, you're likely going to get an opportunity to keep moving along, or you get an email where it's just this kind of like this one and done. Unfortunately, I was the one and done, but hey, Sometimes it's just that way.
Yeah.
And
they don't see the beauty right before their eyes.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, all they needed was one.
You can leave the horse with water, can't make him drink.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But no, I had the great opportunity to fly out to Baltimore. Did a couple more shots there. I did get to see Tom Brady. He was shooting his shot there.
He was cheating, right? Is that what you said?
No.
It sounded wow.
He was. No, he
always
was
cheating. Can't stop. Thanks, Tom.
Oh, Tom.
Sorry, I didn't mean to deflate the conversation.
Good one. I'll give you that one.
I'll film the walkthrough of our next episode.
I'll give you that one.
Tom Brady's a cheater and deserves an asterisk next to everything. Sorry, I had to get that out. It was bubbling inside of me.
That's a conversation for a different day.
Okay.
All right.
I'll save it.
Right. But no, I had the opportunity, took a couple shots there, had a great opportunity to meet some people, see some things, learn some things. If that's something I wanted to continue doing, there was other call outs that I could have went out there for, but I just wanted to do it, say I did it, and move on. I knew it wasn't going to be a long term thing. I just wanted the opportunity, and I got some great shots. If you ever want to see them.
Did you? I saw you have one on Facebook where you're like
running,
right?
Yeah,
and the black stuff.
Absolutely.
That's did you go out to the bars with those pictures? Just like
no.
That's me.
No, my agent did. No, I'm just kidding. No, I didn't. I did put them on a couple social media platforms way back. This is oh gosh.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was Tinder back in the 80s? That's when you were right.
Oh gosh.
You're only 3 years older than me.
Yes.
I love joking.
But you're a 90s baby, so yeah.
The first month of 90s.
Exactly. But no, just put it on a couple of platforms, and I don't like talking about it too much because again, it's just
becoming pretty effortlessly.
Yeah. Well, you're right. When I have a platform to talk about it, I would. But no, it was just something to say. I did it.
Yeah.
I was into fitness. I was a single bachelor at the time. I was able to do it.
That's a no-brainer.
No brainer.
So how were you on that list? Because they were just looking for athletes and they knew you're a personal trainer?
No. They did ask a couple personal occupation questions, but it was more they were looking for athletes because they were doing a group shot of different angles of a football game that was happening.
Okay. Did you play football or anything in high school?
Yes. I played football, ran track, and I wrestled.
Okay, nice. What position did you play at football?
Running back.
Yes. How many was the most yards you ever had in a game?
Ooh, I think it was 274.
What?
Against Crown Point.
What?
Yes.
You had 274 yards in a game?
Oh yeah, and I was a player of the week in Indiana that week. Thank you very much.
You needed a little hair flip?
I would, but I don't have any hair.
I know. Damn, I never knew that, dude.
Yeah.
That's sick. How many tutties do you have that game?
Just 2.
274 and 2 tutties?
Yes.
Reception yards? You hit 300 yards from scrimmage?
No, I didn't. It was actually a sectional game, and they were the number 1 team in our conference, and I think number 3 or 4.
Did you guys win the game?
We did not. We did not. We
Still,
lost.
though, to put up 274, 2 tutties in a sectional game, that's huge.
Yeah.
We just strutting around the halls, just
no.
Hey.
No. I mean, I did for maybe a day or 2, but not for 2.
Yeah. You're like, I'm a humble guy. I only did it for a week.
Yeah. No, it was a great opportunity. I had a great experience.
And that's Valpo High School, right?
Valparaiso High School. Yes. Yeah.
I know.
Which
you're like the guy that is named David and you call him Dave and he corrects you.
I would do that. I would do honestly, and I know I was saying something about my kids. That's why we named our kids what they are named. We don't have our what?
I can't call them. Do you not want to say their name?
No.
Okay.
No. I don't mind saying it.
So you don't want them to be called Sammy?
No.
Oh.
We named him Samson because it's not. You can't really shorten Samson.
Yeah, you can. Sammy.
Well, you can. That's fine. But no, we tried
Sam.
Yes. And then Lincoln, we just tried to give them names where it's not really, a chance to shorten it because my name is Aaron.
Yeah.
Now, how are you going to shorten it?
No, it's Aaron, but okay.
Okay, that's fine too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Or Mr. Big Stuff or Big Time.
Big Time.
Big Time.
Yes. With 2 G's.
What about, you got Link, you got Sammy, you got Link.
Yep. Nope.
Nope. All right.
No.
Well, I might feel differently about that if I had a name that, like, I mean, I'll get Jor, Jorhor. There's been a lot of variations, but never like, it's not one of those where like Jordan is usually shortened. So I guess if I was a David and wanted to be called David and someone kept calling me Dave, I would get pretty annoyed about that.
Yeah. And it's nicknames and fun names, weren't the reason as to why, but more like if you're named William and people call you Bill.
Yeah, that was a little.
That seems like two totally different names.
My granddad was Richard, and everybody called him Dick.
Yeah,
and it's like, and I mean, he was a nice guy, so I don't get it. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
it's that's another one where I don't know. Maybe that's an old timey thing.
Yeah, maybe it's just me, and because I don't know. If we spent all this time thinking about a name, but then you get called something else your whole life, like what are they gonna say on your obituary? William, Bill.
Yeah,
Bigg, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's one. I was talking smack. I posted something that was like a year or two ago about like people that like have weird nicknames for their grandparents.
Like Papaw
or like Gam Gam
or Gigi.
Yeah, where it's like, and I don't know. There's like my nieces and nephews call like my dad Appaw because that's just how one of them pronounced it. It became a thing.
Yeah,
and so I guess it's like it's more understandable now that I have like nieces and nephews doing it to my own parents.
Yeah.
But like growing up, it was my dad's side, which was very blue collar, was grandma, grandpa. Mom's side, which was more white collar, was grandmother, grandfather.
Yeah.
They did not want grandma, grandpa. It was grandmother, grandfather.
Wow.
Like, yeah. And so I guess because I personally never had like a Nana or a Gam Gam. Like it was always just silly to me when someone did.
Yes.
And, if your life experience is different from mine, it's wrong. So,
Oh, interesting, Jordan.
Interesting take. You're like, this actually explains a lot.
Yeah.
Can we dive into this?
Yes. Yeah, you first. Yeah. Swing and a miss. No.
All right, cool. I think we'll take a quick little break. Cool with you?
Yeah, let's take a quick little break.
Introducing Constellation Stage and Screen, Bloomington's newest professional theater and film company. On stage next, Constellation presents Death Trap, this January and February at the Ted Jones Playhouse, now extended through February 19th due to high demand. Holding the record for the longest-running comedic thriller on Broadway, Death Trap is filled with twists and turns in a series of shocking events that'll keep you on the edge of your seat until the very last moment. See Death Trap on stage January 26th through February 19th in downtown Bloomington. Find tickets at constellation.org. Did you know the Chocolate Moose has a second Bloomington location? Located next to Buffalo's on Indiana Avenue, not only can you find our famous homemade ice cream, but we also have a full coffee menu featuring locally roasted Brown County coffee and delicious vegan and gluten-free treats from our friends at Rainbow Bakery. Skip the line and order ahead at moosebtown.com 7 days a week. Open early at 8 a.m. Monday through Friday. It's the perfect early morning stop, midday pick-me-up, or late night snack.
Here we go.
We doing a duel?
Nope.
This podcast set ain't big enough for the two of us.
Is anybody there?
Dude. So Aaron wears a cell phone holster.
Yes.
And this video I found of this guy where it's just like people that wear cell phone holsters, and he's just like, "What's that? You need?" False alarm. You're always ready.
Yes, always ready.
If there's an ice cream emergency, that thing,
boom,
honestly, for that being on your hip, though, you rarely answer when you're, because you're doing stuff.
I'm doing my job.
I know, but it's just funny that like you have it so accessible, but I think you keep it on silent.
No, it's on vibrate. I just am moving and grooving.
I bet I could look at the cameras. You'll see it's me and be like, ugh.
Don't look at the cameras then.
Yeah, you're like, don't do that. You're like, because that's exactly what you're gonna see.
No.
You mentioned cooking at home for the fam. What's the one where you're like, okay, you get the kids, you get the wife, and you're just like, oh, it's Papa's specialty. We're making. What are you making? What's that like?
It's not that exciting. I will say that it's exciting for me, but everybody in my house has grown to love it. And I start off with a boiling pot of water.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Good.
All right.
Do I have a choice?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I walk over to my pantry, strutting my stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I just lost my appetite.
No, I reach in and man, look at that box of spaghetti.
Ooh. Ooh, a little
Oh yeah.
scat.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You know,
Isn't that what Lil Jon said? The all scat mother.
No.
And,
No.
yeah. All
Skitty.
all scatty. Gosh darn. Gosh darn.
Gosh darn. Yes, that's what he said. No, no, I cook up some spaghetti and sprinkle a little, you know, salt and pepper on it, you know, put a little butter on it, and that is my go-to. A little butter. We call it
just spaghetti. So
yeah.
Your go-to meal is spaghetti.
Yes.
What makes yours different?
What makes mine different?
Because I've written a review about the Filipino spaghetti at Johnny's Grub to Go, and talked about how my buddy Brad, his dad, when we were growing up, he was a chef, and anytime had dinner at Brad's house and he made spaghetti, his dad did, I got so excited because it had a little sweetness to it, and he did like the perfect little breadsticks, and I thought I'd lost it forever. And then I found Filipino spaghetti.
Nice. Look at you.
I know.
Nice.
So he's like, is there a differentiating factor for yours?
It is for my kids' palate. It's better than daycare, but I just it's better than daycare.
What an endorsement! It's better than the cafeteria food.
No, what I put a little bit of butter, a little salt and pepper, and I just sweeten the deal with a little Creole seasoning.
Oh, there it is. Give that little Cajun two-step.
Yes, and what makes it an experience for my kids, and why it just
do you use an Italian accent the whole time?
No, but I do wear my my big time apron.
It doesn't say big time on it?
It does say big time, yes. A buddy of mine got it for me when they were I think when I was opening the gym or something or another, but I think it was it was right when I was opening the gym. I got it.
When you do like spaghetti dinner with the kids, do you go like, what time is it? And they go, big time. What time is it?
Not
big
yet.
Time. Like, let's eat some spaghetti. And everyone's like,
not yet, but they do have a ball when they're eating it though. Our kitchen is an absolute mess after, because I just let them go to town. I put a big hump on their little plates. It's a little suction cup plate, but
I'm surprised you haven't brought one of those for me at work yet.
I need to, but no, they do that, and then they just have a ball with eating it. They make designs with it, And
would you say they have a meatball?
I don't. Again, it's just butter noodles, and I had grown to like them, growing up just with a little bit of butter and salt and pepper.
Well, you're not putting marinara?
No.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying salt and pepper and butter, and then obviously marinara.
No.
So you're not serving spaghetti at all.
No, it is dad's spaghetti.
No. Let's drop the S word.
No.
You're serving butter noodles.
Yeah, well, butter noodles.
That's not spaghetti.
Not according to my kids.
This whole time, you've been gaslighting me.
My customers are my kids. That's all that matters.
I know, but just like now you're setting them up for disappointment. They're going to have spaghetti in the future. Do you call it spaghetti to the kids?
No, I call it butter noodles.
Okay, then why the hell? I'm so angry right now.
Well,
this whole time I'm picturing
here's the thing. Growing up, I'm one of 11 kids. Yes, one of 11, third to last, youngest boy, and by far the best looking. So
that goes without saying.
Yes. But no, my siblings are great. But growing up,
good save.
Big family. We had a lot of spaghetti, actual spaghetti with the marinara sauce and some meatballs here and there. We ate it often. It was a cheap, quick meal that my mom could make, and I just needed to break away from that.
Yeah.
The first, being the youngest boy of my all of my brothers and I, and my first room that I had to myself was in college. So it was great, but then breaking away from that, I needed to kind of break some of these things that I grew up with, and that was spaghetti.
Yeah. I'm not all right. I'm not knocking you. Not eating spaghetti, but I'm knocking you calling buttered noodle spaghetti.
Listen. It's an
Words
experience.
have power, Aaron.
You're right. You are right. I'll give you that. All right. My apologies. Apologies.
That's all I wanted. Can you look at the camera and say my apologies?
My apologies.
Yes. My bad.
My apologies.
Thank you. That's good.
So
Garrett,
butter
can we
noodles.
Clip that so I can watch it and repeat later.
Butter noodles. It's my top secret recipe. A little bit of butter, salt, and pepper, and some Creole seasoning.
Okay. All right.
And my kids love it, but they love it so much because they just have a ball with it.
Yeah.
They have on their little bibs, and they can make designs, they can do some artwork with it, and then they can eat it. So it's an experience. They love it. They love when that's that. And if I know it's a tough night. My kids had a long day and they're crying.
Yeah,
we can bring them back down to earth with some butter noodles.
Okay,
yes,
all right. No, I want to be clear. I'm not knocking butter noodles as a meal. I'm all communication.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, yes.
Expectations.
Right, but outside of that, my wife though, her go-to, for me as well is definitely like some salmon over like a bed of rice, some jasmine rice.
That's what you make for your wife, or she makes for you?
She makes for the family.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and my kids, they eat pretty good.
Yeah.
Much better than, at least they have more of a variety than what I had growing up.
Yeah,
yes.
Well, it's a little easier to cook for 2 than 11.
Yes, almost 3. But yeah, that's our go-to. Salmon and rice over or salmon with rice or the butter noodles are like the go-to in this phase of our lives. The young kids. And
do you ever have an opportunity? I'm assuming you probably just go out like to just cook for your wife.
No, but I bring her ice cream a lot, and she likes that.
What's her what's her go-to? Like, hey, honey, bring this home.
It is either black raspberry with some M&Ms, a couple black raspberry ice cream with some M&Ms over it, or pineapple Dole Whip with some strawberry topping. Whip.
There it is.
Pineapple Dole Whip.
So classic.
With some strawberry topping. So she really enjoys that. She has much more of a sweet tooth than I do.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the Dole with strawberry. Have you ever made it into a freeze for?
Yes. You taught me.
I'm glad. Yeah, that's one of the things. If like I have someone that like surprisingly, I have several friends that'll be like, "Oh, I'm not a big ice cream person," and I start questioning why I'm friends with them. But then once I get through that phase, I'll be like, "Oh, what you need to do is do a freeze."
Right.
So obviously, freeze a milkshake without milk, but with soda water.
Correct.
So I know. Yeah, I know. You know.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty bad.
Right.
Like, Aaron, we might need to do some retraining. Yeah. And so when you do it with the Dole Whip, which is this fruit saucer that is dairy free anyway, it's just so freaking refreshing.
It's so good.
Have I told you I did no strawberry, but did the cherry syrup? Like you would put in a cherry Coke?
I did not know that. Yeah.
I did that.
Yeah. That's awesome. That does sound good.
No, it's really good. What about you're not cooking? That sounded bad. You're not cooking for your wife.
Yeah.
So yeah. What about if you're like going out date night? Where are you going?
Ooh, a couple options. One, we do often go to Yonkos whenever we can break away. I love steak.
What's your favorite cut?
Ooh, prime rib.
Oh, okay. Because do they do prime rib at Yonkos? I don't think I've ever seen it.
Or not prime rib.
Ribeye.
Ribeye. Sorry about that. Ribeye.
But so prime rib's my favorite. I don't know if that's necessarily cut, because the ribeye, whatever, it's the preparation that separates the ribeye from the prime rib.
Correct. Yeah, definitely ribeye.
I love that slow roasted.
Yes.
And that's where you give me, again, we're going back to au jus and horseradish sauce. We're coming full circle. Nothing gets you just riled up. Like some horseradish, some steak, horseradish sauce. You dip it in that, then the au jus. You just let it melt in your mouth.
Yeah.
And then you have the table next to you complain about the noises you're making.
Yes. But what we also get there at Yonkos is the meatballs, the spicy meatballs.
Absolutely. Meatballs.
Oh my! I got introduced to those in college. My roommate is actually he works there. He's the GM there, and he introduced me to those.
Bubby, right?
Yes.
Shout out, Bubby.
Hey. But he introduced me to those, and all this time later, I have not stopped craving those.
Dude, I'm such a wuss, man. Those things light me up too much. I mean, I really like them, and I'll still eat them, but I've got to have copious amounts of sour cream. Handy to like cool it, level it out. Yeah,
I mean, you could tell when somebody different, makes them, but all in all, I think the kick is still there.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, sometimes there's a lot. There's always at least the kick.
Yeah,
it's just how much of a kick, and maybe where are you getting kicked? But it's I mean, it's Zagreb's, man. You got to do the meatballs.
Absolutely.
And then the shrimp cocktail.
Yes.
And the Scholar's Bakehouse garlic rolls.
Oh, I got introduced to those also in college, and man, Yeah,
And then that's
they're
how
doing
lost
it
your
right.
Under Armour modeling.
Yes,
after a month of smashing those. They're like, well, we're going to do this new segment you might work for.
Yes,
but.
yes.
Okay, so what if you're not doing Zag reps? You got to have some other go-to date night spots. I know, again, you have two very young ones. You very rarely get a chance to go out together.
Right. If it's just us two, I mean, we also do like, oh man, we like Social Cantina.
Yeah, well, we went there when Lovey took you, me,
and the crew
and some
out.
other the events managers, out, and that was really nice because that was some of the more extended time I've spent with your wife.
Absolutely. Yeah, we like that. We do like burger joints. That's one of the reasons why I married that woman. My wife, bless her heart, I love you, Emily. But she loves to eat just like me, and she loves burgers, and so we've been to Bub's, we've been to Red Robin, we like that, but that's
my favorite little local spot.
Red Robin. And then if it's just us at home before we pick up the kids and we're just trying to do a little snack, I'm even embarrassed to say sometimes, but we'll just hit up Wendy's.
Dude, there's nothing embarrassing about that. Dude, you could say what you want about Wendy's, but they don't cut corners. So.
That's true. That's true. Wendy's, that's also like the quick grab and go for us.
Yeah, I mean, as far as fast food burgers go, so I will say this. The other day, I needed something just to tie me over real quick. I go through McDonald's, and for the first time ever, I did a quarter pounder with cheese. No ketchup, mustard, whatever sauce, but add Big Mac sauce.
Oh,
it's pretty good.
Wow.
I feel kind of bad about it. I mean, obviously nowhere near the level of Hinkle's, Troho, Feast, Hive, any of the local burgers you can get. But for like real quick, I need just something to tide me over for an hour and a half, whatever.
Yeah.
It did the trick.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So where of all the burger places, if you guys are burger people, what are the best burgers in Bloomington?
Oh, well, first, shout out to all the burger places here in Bloomington. We haven't tried every single one, but we really like Trojan Horse.
Mm-hmm.
Double
cheeseburger, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There or if we're doing a chain, we also really like Culver's. Culver's does a great do a lot of community relations with my wife being a teacher, so we get a lot of coupons with the kids.
You just have to avoid that trash custard.
Yeah. Yes. It's
like I would never have any frozen treat besides chocolate mousse.
Exactly. Yeah, that's coveted in our house. But yeah, just right now, this phase of life, we haven't experienced all those things yet, but we know that's something we're looking forward to, going out with the family. We do a lot of like pizza nights here and there. I just recently had the opportunity to try out Hoosier Bar and Grill. Thank you from the recommendation from Jordan. And I got the tenderloin, and my goodness. Mm-hmm. My goodness.
Don't say I ever steered you wrong. Yeah.
At least I won't now. But yeah, it was everything it was said it would be.
Yeah.
It was delicious. And, I gave my wife a try, and, now it's going to be one of those things we just try, on breaks when the kids have a break, and, just it's going to be a part of our regular routine now.
Dude, Hoosier Bar and Grill just did you see their burger of the month or whatever they're doing right now? The Elvis burger.
Oh yeah,
they're
I did
doing
say
like
that.
fried slices of banana, like peanut butter and honey on a burger.
Yes.
I've had a couple buddies that got them, like, because I'm like, dude, if I get that thing, I need someone to split it with me.
Yes.
Despite what you might think, I'm not housing that whole thing.
What?
I mean, if I'm housing that whole thing, I'm clocking out for the day.
Right.
I'm going home. There's no way I'm going to get shit done.
Yeah.
So like it's that's one where maybe you and I can do that, where we'll like order it, split it, both get a little half, both feel a little bad. I don't know why that just reminded me of when I got Parlor Donuts.
Oh,
I love Parlor Donuts.
Yes.
I mean, Crescent's still number one. I mean, it's Crescent Donuts, amazing. Square is actually really good too. And I always thought Square was a large chain, but they're not. They're local.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, one of my biggest regrets of just being a little too loosey-goosey on social media was like talking trash about Square Donut. This was like 3 years ago, before any No Dishes existed. And I was just ragging on Square Donuts and like said the dough was frozen just because I'd heard it. That's what I'd heard. I thought it was true. And the owner was super nice and super cool. And like, I took it all back. Like, it's all made in house. They're local. And I'm just like, well, I feel like an asshole. So this is my public apology to Square Donuts. But yeah, no, really good. Crescent's always been my favorite though. But Parlor, man, you can't, they're two different types.
Yes.
You can't compare Parlor to Crescent.
Right.
Well,
right.
and one, if I'm going to Parlor, it's because I'm right downtown anyway. So it's not like it's something I would have gone to Crescent. You know, if I want donuts and I want Crescent, I'm just going to go.
Yeah.
But Parlor is more of a impulsive. That was the word I was looking for earlier when I was talking to Levy about something, about how great I am at not spending. And I couldn't think of the word impulsive.
Gotcha.
Anyway, it's more of an impulsive purchase. Like, I'm downtown, just had dinner or lunch somewhere. It's like, ooh, I want a little Parlor donut.
Yeah, yeah.
But I remember like I'd always get like a 6-pack or a 3-pack because I wanted to share and like spread the love of Parlor donuts. And you were just like, dude, I don't know how you can eat a whole, like, because they're so sweet.
They were so sweet, and like I said, I like my fair share of sweets, but I wouldn't consider myself to be a sweet tooth. My wife, yes, but when I saw those were a delicacy.
Well, dude, and they're like, well, it's like a croissant donut.
Yes.
Like cronuts, obviously everybody knows what a cronut is by now. It was super popular, and I think it was starting in New York, but like, yeah, we finally have it here. Parley's out of Evansville, so it's not necessarily big, but it's still a chain. But kind of same deal with A-Zip. I like A-Zip a lot.
Yes.
But yeah, on the pizza note, you mentioned that you guys do pizza a lot. What are your go-to orders for local pizza spots?
Definitely Pizza X. My wife has memorized what the Pizza X deal is. I think it's called the Big Ten deal or the Big
Big. Yeah, so it used to be the Big Ten special, and then the Big Ten said them
no,
to stop.
don't do that.
So they started calling it the Big X.
Yes. Yeah, we just did that the same day we did Hoosier Bar and Grill. That is,
that's a hell of a double.
Well, it was one of those days where
I'm not judging, bro. You don't have to defend. That's like saying like I'm happy for you.
It wasn't those. It wasn't a bad thing. It was just, man, we were just wanting to just kind of be lazy. You know, Dad's butter noodles wasn't gonna cut it that
spaghetti.
Day. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't going to cut it that day. So, we splurge every once in a while with the kids. It's part of that excitement that they get a variety. I mean, my kids are spoiled, and in my opinion, they get such a variety. But we did that, and so definitely the Big X deal. If we don't do that, we'll do the Avers. Avers usually has a deal. My wife does
like
all the ordering.
Lambda gyro pie.
Yes,
yeah.
I was just about to say that. To me, that's the only pizza to get there.
Yeah. I mean, the cream and crimson is really good. Nope.
My wife gets that, but she also takes a few of my slices. But I take some of hers too.
Lambda gyro's good.
Yeah, it is very good. But I did want to mention that the last time we did go out on a date, my wife and I, when we got burgers, that is, we did go to Buffalo's. And their Sweet Lew.
Yeah, I knew right where you were going, buddy.
Yes, that Sweet Lew, it's phenomenal that they have.
Dude, that sauce is, I don't know, I feel it stinks. I've had some people lately like ragging on the wings of Buffalo's. I mean, I still think they're the best in town or like right up there. But that sweet barbecue sauce is just so freaking good.
Yeah. And
it's you throw that on a burger with like what, an onion ring and
onion
bacon.
Ring. Yes.
And it's so,
bacon, it's just a given, but
I think they do the little stamp on the bun.
Yes.
Which I don't know. That has like a little high end feel.
Yeah.
Where, we need to find a way to do that with ice cream. A little chocolate mousse head, like in the ice cream. No?
Maybe.
All right, we'll workshop it.
All right. We'll go back to the drawing board.
What if you're taking the whole family out? What are like family friendly, kid friendly spots you guys like to go?
Well, the last time we did that, I'm going to admit it was a disaster. It was a disaster, not because of the restaurant. I think we went to Cracker Barrel, and it was a disaster because the kids couldn't make up their mind. They wanted a little bit of everything, so we got them, a variety, a small variety, but
weren't happy when it came out.
They just weren't happy when it came out. When they know we're sitting down to eat, they are used to like getting food immediately. They aren't used to that restaurant, atmosphere where, you sit down, you order, you wait, and then you eat. They are used to sitting down, eat, food. I'm done, and then I can go play again.
Yeah.
So they were crying in the restaurant, and we're trying to keep them focused. And my oldest, he knocked his plate off the table, and all of his food went everywhere. And the people next to us, they were sweet as could be. They helped us clean it up a little bit.
That's nice.
And, our waitress, she was also great. She brought another she brought a bowl of French fries this time, and we didn't even ask her. We knew it was our fault. Our kid was just having a tough time, and he was nice with her. He ate the second bowl. That's thankfully,
good.
We didn't waste the money.
Just let his hair grow out too far. He got too strong.
Yeah, really.
Well, Samson.
Yes, but other than that, it was a learning experience for us. So we thought, we'll wait a little bit longer until they get a little bit older to, go a little more regular. But we do like eating in.
I just found, I haven't been to Cracker Barrel in a minute. Somebody was telling me the other day there's something called like getting barreled or something where it's like where you go and order like, Garrett, have you heard of this at all? It's like, I swear it's something. Somebody told me, it was like, oh, have you ever gotten barreled before? I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, it's like when you go to Cracker Barrel and you order like this, and this. I'm like, well, now I want to get barreled.
I've not heard of that one.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll find out what that was and bring it back.
Yeah.
Well, so on top of all that, we've already kind of gone over your whole history with all this, the really cool jobs you've had, training an insane amount of people, chocolate mousse stuff. But you also have you're just a huge part of the community, which is another reason I wanted to bring you on. You're on the board for Hoosiers Outrun Cancer.
Correct.
And you're also the president of the Fairview Elementary PTO.
Correct.
Yeah. Was I not supposed to out you on the PTO thing?
No, absolutely. Fairview PTO. What?
Wait, what's the mascot of Fair? Is it Tigers?
No, it's the Wildcats.
Aaron and I always do this thing where at work, where about the like, you a dog? I'm a dog.
Yes. It's such like. No, we love it.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid, and everybody looks at us like we're with good reason.
Yeah.
And then were you there when I did it to the customers that one time, or did we just tell you about it? Because I remembered.
I think no, you just told me about that once.
It was these young kids at the National store, and one of them, like, they were coming in and just ordering, and one of the guys like, yeah, I'm a dog. And I was like, I'm a dog too. And like, they were just like, so, and I was like, anyway, it's going to be 11:25. Just forget that happened. I looked back, and one of the shift managers, I'll tell you who, like, was just like shaking her head. Like, I can't believe you just did that.
That's funny.
But yeah, sorry, my bad. Wildcats.
Yes, we are the Wildcats. I'm the Fairview PTO president. I just had the opportunity to take that role on this past August, and it's been a great experience. Just being able to connect with the school. I knew I've always wanted to connect with the school. Like I said, my wife's a teacher there. She's a 5th grade teacher there, and our son, he's in the pre-K program. And I always knew whenever I had kids in school, I wanted to do my part as a parent to be involved and keeping them active in school and making sure they're doing their part. Additionally, yes, I'm on the board of the Hoosiers Outrun Cancer, and we had a great race this past year, and we're looking forward to another great race here in 2023. We haven't started the planning process for that yet, but it is something that I'm looking forward to, and I've been on it for, I couldn't even remember. I know I started doing the race in 2007, and I've done it every year since. I was either working it or participating.
That's what I was still in high school, bro.
Yeah, you're a young buckaroo. Yeah, so it's how I stay connected in the community. It's things I like to do outside of here, and just to know I'm doing my part, giving back, and it's a volunteer it's a volunteer role, but it has a huge intrinsic value. So
yeah. Was it Young Buck that did the shorty wanna ride with me?
Gosh.
Ride with me, you get low.
Oh, sorry. I had a flash. I was starting to. No, I couldn't remember.
I was trying to. When you said Young Buck, I instantly thought, because I think he was a member of G-Net, and he did the I think Shorty Wanna Ride, and then Let Me In was another one, I think. Anyway, yeah. I deep down want this to be a music podcast.
Okay,
so I'm just turning it in slowly.
Gotcha.
But how did those opportunities come about? Do you I know you said you wanted to be involved. You want to make sure that you're involved in your kids' educational experience.
Uh-huh.
Did you have to run a campaign to be? Did you run against somebody?
No. I didn't. There was a call out at the beginning of the year, and I knew it was the first year I've ever had a kid in school, like my own kid. And there was a call out. I randomly saw it on a newsletter, and I said, well, let me show up, because I know these types of things always need, like, parent involvement or some kind of volunteer. And when I get there, I noticed there's a few like major roles that aren't filled, like the president and, like, I don't know, like vice president and just like
treasurer,
yeah. Well, we had a treasurer, but it was just some of the roles that you would think needed to be filled. And we had a good turnout that first day, but I could tell after conversations had been passed along that there was no one there to make like the final decisions on things. And I said, well, I just kind of volunteered myself, and we discussed it a little bit more, and I was asked that question, should we wait and vote to the next meeting, we have meetings once a month, or should we just take a vote now with those that are in roles, and we have the principal there and things like that. And they quickly voted that I would be president.
Yeah, they're like, you were fine. You're good.
Yeah. And it was towards the end of the meeting, so they saw how eager I was to just participate.
Yeah.
Whatever that role would be, and it comes back to my service and serving people days.
Yeah.
And it made me want to do that.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. I mean, you're a natural fit for that, and like that's really cool that you saw that opportunity, not for you, but just like an opportunity for you to help. Not like an opportunity for you to better yourself.
Yeah.
And that's cool it happened that way, but I was really, really hoping you had to like run a campaign where it was like, go big or go home.
Yeah,
or
and
like,
I would have. I do like a lot of Netflix shows that have to do with politics, but
you could have gotten like The Ring.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh god.
Like, I'm sure I have that. Yeah.
Yes. But it was an opportunity to just kind of take the reins on and give back to the community. And, it's been fun. We've been able to have a couple different events this year. Fairview is the type of school that reminds me of the elementary school I went to. Lots of low income families, and they don't get that exposure like, many others do. Just based on their reputation, and they've had great opportunities, but I wanted to continue to help enhance that experience, not only for the students, but the teachers and the community as well.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's great.
Yeah.
What, so when you said Hoosiers Outrun Cancer, you called it a race. Is it, I've never done it. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I believe it or not, looking at my physique, I'm not a big.
No, you're fine. Well,
are there time races? I know some people just do it. And it's just a run. Right.
Interesting. Topic we're talking about this, or a time that we're talking about this, because before, we're coming up on the 25th, anniversary of the Hoosiers Outrun Cancer race.
So this next one is 25?
No, this is 24. One more year to be 25.
Gotcha.
And before, when it wasn't as big, early on when I started, racing in it, it felt more like a race. It wasn't a lot of exposure. It wasn't a lot of people. However, it is definitely transformed into a community event.
Yeah.
So it may be a race. It's timed for some people, but it is certainly probably one of the biggest community events, one day events that we have here in Bloomington.
My buddy, his whole leasing company, they all go out.
Mm-hmm.
Like people do it as companies together. They get friends groups together and go do it.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So when in the year, calendar year is it typically?
It's like the second or third week of September usually.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That makes sense.
Yeah. And, but yeah, it's been an opportunity to just kind of get out there again, to give back. It's you see a lot of people there, a lot of people in the community. If you're not a runner or walker, you could still go out and have fun.
Can I hop in with a bird scooter?
No, you could. How about this? You could,
or a VO bike, just low ride it.
You could. You just gotta stay out of the race route.
Okay.
Yeah, as best you can.
I'll think about that.
Okay.
No. What does the winner get anything other than? I mean, obviously it's for a good cause.
Yeah.
But like, is there anything for like you won?
Yeah, there's plaques given out, ribbons given out. There are also, just for all participants, like
t-shirts and
well, free shirts aren't given out. You do purchase those with your registration fee, but you also get like free fruit at the end of the race and like granola bars, water.
Yeah.
Your time, you get a completion on your like
So
race track.
I just didn't know if like you were like the main winner, if like you got a plaque. So a plaque, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, that's what you got to strive for.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's my new goal
This year.
as I continue my self-improvement crusade. That'll be my next step is winning the Hoosiers Outrun Cancer.
Hey, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
So while you're talking, the mailman actually just came by.
Oh.
And I think, Garrett, did you see him? I think we might have had some mail dropped off. Garrett, do you want?
Yeah. Let me
Aaron,
check
do you mind
it out.
checking our mailbox, see if we have mail there? I'm just picturing everything going as a domino, like as he opens it, like.
Let's see.
Oh wow! What an official envelope that the mail came in.
Nice.
Huh?
Did you put one in?
Yeah.
So there should be 2 in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there 2 in there?
Oh, there's more? Let me check.
Oh wow! Big mail day.
Oh, there we go.
Woo! Almost did the that dodgeball where he's like rubbing his belly button, like get in there nice and deep, like. Like, please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't do that. Right. Well, it looks you've got a lot of fans. Looks like you got some fan mail.
Yeah. Let's see. This one says waffles, pancakes, or French toast.
What are the odds? That's so funny that somebody would ask that. We always like to ask our guests on the No Dishes podcast to rank and tell us why they're in that order: waffles, pancakes, and French toast.
Ooh. So personal preference or just like...
Yeah, no, this is 100% big time.
All right. So number 1, I would go with pancakes, the OG. And the reason I would go with pancakes is, one, again, this phase of my life, this is my thinking. You could draw faces, nice faces on it.
Okay.
They won't look old like they would on, like, say, a waffle. You could draw faces. You could, have fun with it.
Are you drawing the faces with the syrup, with the whipped cream, or with the like 2 little butter blocks for the eyes? What are you drawing the faces with?
Syrup, or you could use fruit, fresh fruit.
How do you spell? I always catch shit for how I say syrup. How do you say it, Garrett? Syrup. I think I say syrup, and that's the one people are like.
Scissor?
Yeah,
sipping,
also scissor. Today's episode brought to you by 3-6 Mafia.
No,
we both just like for the rest of the episode.
No, just back to your question. Definitely gonna go with pancakes first. You can do a lot with that. It's the OG.
Okay.
It's clean. You can make a nice circle on there.
You're all about the shapes.
Yeah,
and the pictures.
yes.
I like. Yeah. Hey, well, when you said at the beginning, you're a picture guy.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then I would definitely go with waffles.
Over French toast.
Oh yeah, yes. So then waffles.
Jeez.
Yeah, I would go with waffles because those to me are more like they feel like a treat where you can break it down. You can.
What the fuck is
What? I can't focus, man. I'm sorry. What is happening?
There's a biker gang outside. They must have saw our "please recording, stay quiet" signs and said, "Screw these guys."
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, these guys, their favorite restaurant is Applebee's. So,
Yes.
hey, you know what? Don't worry. I like
Old Charlie's. Yes.
Let's
Yeah.
pump the brakes there.
Don't they have a
Why don't you
Cajun?
go ahead and take about 20% off of that?
Yes. Cajun pasta.
You know what? Hey, TGI Fridays, that Jack Daniel's sauce.
Nice.
Anyway, sorry. Applebee's is the one that's
So
easy and fun to
waffles.
like, as I was saying,
Yes, waffles.
before the Hell's Angels interrupted me.
Yeah, waffles. I like it, but they're just so. You have to do too much. They're too spongy to me.
Okay,
like you can't
and
really
yet
get
they're
a
still
good
better
crisp.
than French toast.
I'll get to French toast and why they're at the bottom of the totem pole, but a waffle tastes. It's got a lot of sponginess to it.
So you don't even like waffles.
No.
So
But they're
the
still
only
better.
one out of the three you like are
they're still
pancakes.
better than French toast.
This is a whole. I will give
Yeah.
it to you. This is a hot take.
Yeah.
That we have never had.
All right.
Because
Absolutely.
normally it's like everyone says pancakes are last,
No.
and they like all three though. So this is brand new, uncharted territory.
I like a little crunch with like my waffles, but you don't get that often. It's
Okay.
hard to get the perfect waffle.
Okay.
Maybe that's it. It's hard to get the
So
perfect
when waffles are done correctly, you like them.
They're not better than pancakes, but yes.
But you like them. Okay.
Yes.
That's the problem I'm having. That's what I'm having a problem wrapping my head around. Is
Yeah.
to just not liking them.
Right.
But there is a version of a waffle that you like.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you. That's
Now-
all I needed.
Why don't I like French toast? Well, there's a multitude of reasons. One being,
I'm so mad at whoever sent this question in.
yeah. Well,
I'm
thank
not
you.
enjoying this
Thank you.
answer right now.
Yeah. Well, just like the question was asked, French toast was also on the question last. Why? Because so French toast they're just not good.
Okay.
They feel like,
let's do this. When have you had French toast? Who made it?
when have I had it?
When have you had it? When was the last time you had it?
Oh gosh, I gave it up long ago. Maybe my mom.
Okay, so
Years
maybe
ago?
have you ever stopped to consider that maybe
Careful.
I know.
Yeah,
I
don't you
know.
talk about my mama.
That maybe you just have not had. Goddamn. I'm sorry.
Now, hang tight. I also said I'm not a sweet tooth.
I know.
I'm not
Okay,
really
all right.
a big sweet tooth, and I feel like French toast is associated.
It's the sweetest of the three.
Yes,
It's okay.
That
all
may
right,
be it.
okay.
that may be it. Really, because it's not terrible, but it's not better than a pancake. A pancake feels like breakfast is my favorite meal of the day,
Okay.
and
What's your dream breakfast?
ooh, a homemade omelet.
Okay, what's in
With-
this omelet?
Oh, in that omelet, potatoes, onion, green pepper,
Greens, beans, potatoes.
tomatoes. No, that and some hollandaise sauce, a little bit of Tabasco.
Okay. Wait, so sorry. Potatoes, peppers. Did you say ham?
No, I did not say
Okay,
ham.
potatoes, peppers, hollandaise,
Sausage.
sausage. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, just a
That sounds great.
a balanced with some hollandaise sauce and
Yeah. Almost like a Western omelet, but like Western would have ham.
yeah. I wouldn't want ham in there, but yeah, that would be my ideal one. You're making me hungry, man.
I know, dude. I'm
Breakfast for dinner.
I'm about to go hit up IHOP after this.
Wow.
You want a carpool?
What
I'll
about Bob
I'll
Evans?
let you have ox.
Bob Evans?
Oh, I don't think they're open this late, are they?
I don't know.
IHOP's 24/7.
Oh, I
Did
know.
you see the thing I posted where it's just like Denny's is just for people that don't like people go to Denny's instead of Waffle House because they don't know how to fight.
No,
It's so perfect. It's like
That's
yeah,
funny.
that's exactly it. Yeah, it's like if you know how to fight, you're not dumb enough to go to a Waffle House.
Right.
I love the Waffle House on the south side of Indy, right outside the 465 loop.
Uh-huh.
I love hitting that one up,
Nice.
dude. Those things I love, like Denny's Waffle House, because like you can literally go in, get everything for like $11.
Yes.
Just throw down a 20, and you're tipping like a king.
Yeah.
You know, and like. And all that costs you, because at least you always want to tip at least $5, right?
Right.
And then so you're just costing yourself $4 extra, $4, and like you're just making that person's day. Maybe
Right.
not their day, but like you're brightening it up a little bit, just doing like a 9, tipping 9 on 11.
Yeah.
That's why I love breakfast spots.
Yeah. And I also going back to the French toast.
Let's circle back to the
Yes,
French toast.
I cannot see myself going and ordering French toast anywhere either. You know, even if I'm told, and again, maybe it's because I'm not a really.
It's got to be the sweet tooth thing, man.
It may
'Cause,
be.
I mean, you get that vanilla extract, that cinnamon, a little eggy. I like a nice eggy French toast.
Yeah,
And then,
I mean,
like, have you ever had it with peanut butter?
no, but I love peanut butter.
My brother is the one that taught me like peanut butter instead of regular butter on like French toast, pancake waffles.
How about this? I'll try it.
Okay,
I'll
can
try
I make
it.
them for you?
Sure. Absolutely. Can you cook for me? Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
You know
will
what?
say, like, I gave up French toast long ago because, like I said, it just seemed too much and too sweet
Yeah,
for me.
that makes sense. K-Bello? Che-Bello? I never can get it. K-Bello?
Okay.
Is it K? Because I feel like I said K once and someone's like, it's not a Mexican restaurant.
Or Shay.
Shea Bello?
It depends on if it's
Shay.
French or if it's
I don't know. Anyway, New grazie. Yeah, no, I don't. That's very disrespectful. Yeah. They've done a lot of hard work to not be called new grazie, so I take that back.
Wow. Yeah.
But they just started brunch again, and they've got a tiramisu French toast.
That
And
sounds sweet.
I'm
but
going to put that.
I'll
in
be
or
willing
around
to
my
try
mouth.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be willing to try it.
What are you doing on
Tomorrow?
Saturday morning? No, they only do it Saturday, Sundays.
Oh,
Saturday morning, me, you, the fam.
that's fine.
We'll get old
Uncle
G
George
Money
or-
over there. G Money will bring his G wagon. That'd be dope if you drove a G wagon. All right. Well, how about we'll move on to our other fan
Yeah,
mail
we got. Looks
question
like we
there.
got another question here. Let's see. Let's see.
This is so silly.
How do you prefer your steak, raw to well, and two best sides to go with it? Ooh,
That's a very good question. That was Timmy from Terre Haute. Timmy from
Nice.
Terre Haute. That's something.
Thanks, Timmy.
Thank you, Timmy.
Timmy, I am gonna have to go with medium.
I'm so glad that Timmy asked this because I meant to ask you when you were talking about Zagreb's earlier how you got it cooked and totally spaced it.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, and I was afraid you were not going to say medium rare, so my fears were confirmed.
Medium. Well, I like medium because, again, it just. I feel like you can't really mess that up, because everybody makes steak a little bit different, and you could hear a reputation. And I was disappointed. I'm not going to name the restaurant, but I went to a steak place in Chicago years ago, and I was very
It's
disappointed.
Chicago. Name it.
No,
Well, it's Chicago. We're not. What I want to know.
no.
You can always beep it out.
It was. Oh,
Anyway,
gosh,
okay.
it's been years.
So you ordered medium rare,
Yeah,
and they screwed it up.
it was yes, very screwed up. It was like raw.
Raw, yeah.
Yeah, and I like a little bit of redness,
Yeah.
but this was raw and cold.
Yeah.
I like the meat to be warm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's what a
saying?
good
And-
medium rare is going to be.
Yeah, again, I want to be able to cut it and not just chew it like a piece of gum.
Yeah.
And it was exactly that.
So you prefer medium rare if it's done correctly, but you order medium to play it safe.
Yes.
Okay,
That's a great way to explain it.
That
Yes.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
See,
what,
you're opening up me up to
We're
all
like-
new things.
We're
Yeah.
like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And-
many people are gonna watch this and be like, "How the hell has he not put in his 2 weeks?" Right? Like he has to put up with this guy on a daily basis.
No, you're okay.
No,
most
what?
days.
Yeah. So what are we doing for the sides? You got mashed potatoes, right?
Not mashed potatoes. Maybe just I like a baked potato. I like the.
What are we putting on the baked potato?
Ooh,
Twice baked.
no.
Okay,
no.
so regular baked potato.
A regular baked potato. I'm going with some chives, some sour cream, a little bit of salt and pepper,
Okay.
and that's it.
What about shredded cheese or bacon? Garrett's been silent
Yes.
all, and then just out of nowhere, just
Yes. Okay.
I know how Garrett likes his baked potatoes.
You can't go wrong with bacon, but I don't. It seems so predictable. When
you want to keep
go
people under your toes when you're ordering steak.
Yeah. I want to get that little salty feeling of the salt and the bacon and whatnot, but I don't want to overdo it.
Okay, so you said salt, butter, sour cream, chives.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's respectable because the bacon and cheese is another level.
Yes. Yes. It is.
I can never have too many chives on a baked potato.
Gotcha.
I want it to be green,
Yeah.
just the whole thing.
Oh,
Like I'm
okay.
diving into a
Good to know.
turf baked potato. All right, side
And then-
two.
My side two. Oh,
You're going veggie, probably.
yeah.
A little asparagus.
I
little
was
green beans?
gonna say
Shrimp?
that. Shrimp. I was gonna say
Shrimp as a
asparagus.
side? Man, that's a expensive ass
Right.
side, dude.
Right.
Bro.
Where are you
Ooh,
eating?
I didn't
want
realize.
to go. You would take me out
Yeah, I
of
need to get that green hat medium, buddy.
Right.
Apparently.
Right, so I would do asparagus. Asparagus. I didn't like it before, but asparagus or even honestly Brussels sprouts.
Dude, Brussels, if they're done right,
Yes.
where is it?
Yes.
I'm trying to think. There's somewhere in town that does them really well, and I'm blanking on it. Oh well, that's great. Just what I'm here to give insider info and have nothing. Doing great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Love it. But yeah, Brussels sprouts definitely get mad disrespect.
Yes.
I like French style green beans, like when they're split
Yes.
with onion and bacon.
Yes.
And just like,
yes.
I will. So again, obviously we champion local
Yeah.
at No Dishes. And I'd say I spend 80% of my dining out money locally,
Yeah.
which is pretty good. I
That's
feel like
awesome.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But the green beans at TR, Texas Roadhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they got those things dialed, dialed in.
Yeah.
They are so freaking good, man.
That's good.
And it's just like, I don't know. I don't think it's that hard. Just season it. You throw in some bacon. You throw in some onion. You throw in some garlic. Anyway, yeah. So that's good. So you got a ribeye, cooked medium, baked potato, butter, sour cream, salt and pepper with asparagus.
Correct.
That sounds pretty solid.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good. I want to kick that meal out of bed for eating crackers. You never heard that one? I never heard that one.
I've never heard that
Lovey
before.
taught me that one.
Nice.
Where like,
shout out to Lovey.
I want to kick her out of bed for eating crackers. I don't know, is that an inappropriate thing?
It's like a meme thing.
Yeah, I don't know. We're just like, yeah, I don't know. Like you're getting crackers in my bed, but like you're cool enough that I'm not going to kick you out.
There you go.
Yeah, that's my understanding. I think. All right, I don't know. Yeah, we'll make a whole side dish episode where it's just me trying to explain what sayings are and just like how badly I misunderstand them my whole life. Or what was the one where I always thought it was for all intensive purposes?
And
it's for all intents and purposes.
Oh.
Yeah, found out that I'm real dumb.
I guess I won't say I just learned something.
Yeah, Aaron's like, well, learn that day one on the job. Oh, buddy, man. Well, any spectacular meals you've had lately? Anybody want to shout out here in town that like makes a good cocktail or a meal that we haven't gone over yet?
I've had at C3, we've gone. My wife and I, we've had an opportunity to sneak out here every once in a blue moon whenever we do get a babysitter. But we've had, I've got introduced to, I can't remember what the drink is called, but they light a match. And it's
like, I'm a big visual guy.
Yes,
I love the fire.
I told you, I like, they light a match and then
have you heard of fajitas?
Yes. Yes. But they light a match and then they do their thing, the bartender, and there's this like smoky flavor that they make inside of a drink.
Yeah.
And I love it.
You know, Sazerac?
Yeah. That's what he said. Yeah. And,
Smoke and mirrors.
yes. And
what is it? What's in it, Garrett?
It's Japanese whiskey, toasted sesame.
Japanese whiskey, toasted sesame.
Demigod.
No,
hibiscus bitters.
I'm losing all cocktail credibility because I can't pronounce that. Smoked.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Nick Matteo. Matteo's been on the program. I kind of like that, calling it the program.
Yeah.
It's been on the program. Not program. It's like your grandma where it's like, where's my clicker? I need to watch my programs. Yeah. But yeah, he's been on the program with Allison and Chris, the head chef and GM. And dude, Matteo's so good with his cocktails. Man.
Yeah.
He knows what the hell he's doing. He's a wizard.
Yeah. That was great. And we've it's been a little bit since we've been out to really, again, explore some new restaurants that have popped up since we've had kids, and the pandemic didn't help, so we've just been kind of slowly getting back out there. We've been doing more chains for a little bit, but we're definitely going to get back out there to just kind of see what's out, see what else is out there.
Yeah, well, yeah, you were breaking out with Hoosier Bar and Grill. I love when people hit me up to be like, because it'll be random. People be like, all right, man, so and so's coming to town. They want this and this. We got a group of this many. Where should we go? I've thought of making it a no dishes service, but I don't know. It's fun to just like, I take it as a challenge.
Yeah,
where it's almost like you're like a concierge at a hotel, or whatever. Like I love that Office episode when Michael Scott is blown away by like all of her knowledge about like, okay, dry cleaning, New Year's, where can I go? And she's like, oh, this place,
Jeez.
So that's my calling, is I'm going to go work at The Graduate as a concierge and just tell people where to eat out.
Nice.
Thanks for
I love it. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, you're a dumbass.
No, that's awesome, because people do need it. It is important to do that, because I've seen posts you've made in I've seen a few podcasts that have come out to see what new things are out there. We haven't had just the opportunity just quite yet to get out there, but
what's really satisfying, like when you go to Hoosier Bar and Grill, like on my recommendation, and then you send me a picture like, bro, like, dude, this tenderloin, man, like, like that's all the reward you could ever want. It's just being like, you showed somebody what's up, like, where something's at.
Because I gotta be honest, I've been here 15 years. I had never even heard of it.
Yeah.
And passing by there, and it was just great. It was great. Now it's going to become a staple in our house to do that, more often than I want to admit. But
yeah. Popping, hey, a little trip out there to Eville never hurt anybody.
Exactly.
Hell
exactly.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. You're so much fun to just work with. You make my life easier.
Yeah.
Everybody else's life easier at the Moose. You represent the Moose better than I ever could. From just being like, yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on and everything you do. And hopefully we'll circle back here in a year and you can talk about all the new places that you tried out.
Yeah. My kids will be older. I have a new one. Yeah.
They can come on next time.
Yeah. We'll bring Lincoln, my oldest. He'll love it.
I love it.
He'll be entertaining.
They're always entertaining.
Yeah. He'll tell you about my infamous butter noodles.
Yeah. Not spaghetti. All right. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us in the latest episode of the No Dishes podcast. Do you like what you heard? Be sure to write a review, rate us, subscribe, like, whatever it is that you do to show your support. We really appreciate it. Until next time, be sure to keep those hands dry. This episode of the No Dishes podcast was recorded, edited, and produced by Garrett Portinga of Green Hat Media in beautiful downtown Bloomington, Indiana.
No dishes.
Season 4 of the No Dishes podcast is brought to you by VisitBloomington.com. VisitBloomington.com is the best resource for restaurants and culinary information, special events, fun activities, places to stay, and more in our area. We share a similar mission here on the No Dishes podcast of highlighting local businesses and the people who make our community unique. We can't thank them enough for hopping on board. Check them out at VisitBloomington.com to easily plan your next meal, visit, or night out on the town.
No Dishes Media.
No Dishes Media.